Dear Facebook, please don't update your bloody app halfway through a live feed. So, I don't know if you fellas are going to come back here or whether this is all going to switch to Elmer, but I'm going to invite you anyway. How stupid. So, for those of you wondering, to my absolute amazement, Facebook has decided to update itself halfway through a live feed. Beep! How stupid. Someone should write a strongly worded email to the bloody people of Facebook and say, put something in place where if you're live, the update waits till later, okay? Bloody thing. So, blame Facebook for that, it wasn't my fault. I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, give us a look at this truck. Where's everyone gone? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of the live feed. Not Android, Michael. Don't start, buddy. It's Facebook issues, okay? I'm going to give you boys some thumbs ups because you came back, and I appreciate it. Yeah, we all lost. We all. Facebook updated itself, Turk, and it's just how stupid. It should wait until you're off. You're not live. But you know, Facebook's trying to make it better all the time. So should I bring? It doesn't matter if it's an Apple or an Android. Apple's crap anyway. All you're doing is paying for a half-eaten apple on the back of a phone. All right. Android's the way to go. Anywho, once, bloody, there he is. Almost back. I'll add him again. Invite. I can turn auto updates off, Michael, but you know how it is. I wouldn't have thought Facebook would have updated itself halfway through a beeping live feed. How stupid. Anyway, while we wait and see if Elmo joins us, I'm going to start working on some scale shelves. I'm going to use some of this wider balsa wood. Elmo, your phone wrecked it for us, mate. I don't know what happened there, mate. No, it was the Facebook app decided to update itself, which is stupid, isn't it? I've re-invited you, mate, so let me know if you received that invite. So I'm going to start making a shelf. How long should it be? Yay long? Scale, clock, or banner? Here we go. Hang on. Add. Connection failed, mate. Maybe try resetting your phone. This is just a big repeat now of what happens when bloody Ryan tries to join. Scale, clock, or banner. I can't make one of those out of balsa wood. Facebook is not responding. Are you kidding me? If this goes balls up again, guys, I'm going to have to restart it. It's still working as far as I'm aware. Shoot me a comment just so I know it's still working. Right, so I'm just going to make a scale shelf. Ryan's here, everyone. So it's still working. Facebook's just up the bum. She's all up the... That's what it is. The audio dropped out there. Alright, lads. How long should I make my scale shelf? How long do you reckon? What would you put on a scale shelf? If I'll grab a scale accessory winch and say that was sitting on your shelf, how much more room would you want on your shelf? Like this much? Then you can sit a couple of, like a jerry can or something on it. You know, something like that. What do you reckon? Chris reckons that's good. We'll try that. Right, so I'm just gonna, with my perfectly straight eye, and cut this straight across here. Elmo got his marlin, mate. That's what he was showing us when his phone caused everything just to crash. So, everyone have a go at Elmer for that. Wasn't my fault, mate. Tempted to invite Ryan to join us, but I don't think anyone likes him. Do they? No one likes Ryan, do they? Thanks for coming back, Tony. I appreciate that, mate. If you want to send a strongly worded email to Facebook about how stupid their bloody updates and crap is. Yeah, it was you, Elmo. Yeah. Ryan is stuffing his face, everyone. Everyone acts surprised. Right, so now I'm going to use a couple of these little uprights here, and I'm going to try and make some angled uprights to glue onto the bottom of my shelf to glue onto the wall. I'm thinking what I'll do as well, because if I just have, this is obviously a rough example, if I just have these like this, it's not going to be enough. So I'm going to actually run a half one underneath there to glue to the wall too. Hello Brian, thanks for joining, mate. Right, I wonder if I use, I'll try that. Ryan is always eating. It's true. Ryan eats a lot of food. How are you, Brian? Thanks for joining the shit show where we'll jump on and take the piss out of Ryan and talk some crap. That's pretty much what we do here. I'm just trying to make a scale shelf for my skull garage. It could be crap. This is all trial and error, no measurements, because, you know, who's got time for measuring stuff? Right, if I glue that one there, so now I need to cut this one, I think, like, that one's going there, that one's got to go like that. This is how I measure stuff. I just look at it and go, I reckon that's pretty right. So now I'll set this one on top of this one, make the same cut, and we should have a perfect bloody thing for my shelf. Because, you know, look at it once, cut once. Isn't that the same? Do you want to go live, Brian? Do you like going live, mate? Ryan's nominated you to go live. I did try and add bloody Elmo back on again, but I don't know what he's doing over there with his bloody phone. Alright. Invited Brian, everyone. So if he doesn't join, blame him. Alright, get stuck into him, not me. I've done my bit. We want to see your new truck. Or your new build, rather. Sorry. Right, so I'm now gluing on these tiny little perfectly cut, measured pieces for my little shelf. Because, you know, that's how we do. Right. Sorry if I gotta be quiet when I'm doing this sort of stuff. Jason Hoy's joined us. Thanks for joining us, Jace. Man from Hoyfab, the man that designed, the man that co-designed, because I helped, co-designed the exhaust system for the Cross RC, which I'm yet to show you guys that on the truck. But I'll get there, right? You know, the list of stuff for me to do. Oh. Elmo, what did you actually have to put together on it, mate? I thought they were pretty much RTR sort of deal, those trucks. What do I have put together? That's where I'm at so far. I'm going to glue this onto the back of here. That's going to be your main support. Actually, I might cut one a bit longer. That's going to be the main support that holds the weight of the stuff that's on the shelf. It's stuff. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go full blown strengthy next strength shelf. I'm going to cut this little piece in half. That's a tough bit of balsa wood. Right. Yeah, too long. There's a piece. That's actually too bloody long too. I'll cut that in half. Changed the plug, the front bumper and the winch. I also took out the bottom spring of each corner. Why did you take it out? Tell us. Tell us, Elmo. Make us understand your ways. Right, I'm going to glue another piece on the shelf, glue 2 more pieces on the shelf, and then I think the shelf is good to be glued onto the wall. I think. So I asked earlier, guys, for those that have recently joined us, who would you like to see join live feeds? Dennis is going to be one. Obviously, Ryan will be in live feeds because, you know, yeah, Dennis is a guy that I want in some live feeds. Ryan's going to be in live feeds. Jason Hoy's going to be in live feeds. Who else? Throw me some suggestions. Right, so what I'm doing now is gluing some extra pieces underneath the shelf for added strength. Because, you know, I'm going to put so much scale weight on these shelves, it's ridiculous. For some added strength and scale detail. So, that's my little scale shelf. I know it's a bit hard to see, this light doesn't help. And I'm gonna smear that glue. Lovely. Right, so scale shelf. I'm gonna send bloody what's his face, Brian, another request because people want to see what Brian's been doing. I assume Brian's still here, isn't he? I'm going to send you an invite, Brian, and I assume something's going to pop up on your screen and say, Johnny wants you to join the live feed, and you push accept. I've hit invite. So, see what happens, mate. While we're waiting to see if Brian joins, where should I put the shelf? I might put it underneath. Hey, look, doesn't matter if you're handsome, mate. We're not here for that. Okay, we're here for Isley. What do you reckon? Put that shelf underneath the Samix logo. Thoughts? Let me know, fellas. Because I'm going to spam all your Facebooks with pictures of what I'm doing, so you're going to have to look at it. What do you reckon? Put a shelf over there? Oh, actually, no. I've got to go down a bit. Because otherwise, if I put stuff on it, you won't see the Samix logo, and I quite like that decal, so I'm going to bring it down a bit, about yay, I think, in the middle. Yeah, we'll do that. Connection failed, Brian. I'm trying, mate. You ever build any time chassis? I made one from scratch. I assume you mean like if I built my own chassis, Chris? Oh, here we go. Brian Potts wants to be in your video. Add. Yep, come on. I've pushed the right buttons, mate. It's all up to the bloody Facebook now. Right, so now, I know you guys are looking at the wall, and that's just lovely, but I'm going to add some glue now to the back of my shelf. And I'm going to try and glue it to the wall and see if it stays there. Given how I've built it, I'm sort of hoping that it will. Just going to move this to the side. I'm going to move Dopey here out of the way. Worst mechanic ever, by the way. Don't hire old actors. They're useless. Glue, glue, glue. I just have to hold this here until it stays here. Otherwise, it'll fall on the floor. It's not staying there yet. This is the worst part about doing this stuff. Because I've got zero patience. Like none. Look, it's a shelf, everyone. Now that glue will dry clear. Is it going to stay there or is it going to move? I think it's going to move. Bloody thing. Stay. Stay there. Shelf. You bloody thing. There we go. Got to squishy the air out of the glue so that it suctions itself. No dirty jokes, guys. No dirty jokes. How are you supposed to change the water jug? Well, Ryan, some people that aren't lazy would probably pull the water cooler forwards, take the jug off it. Okay? What do you think about that? Jason, the Pajero won't fit on that shelf, mate. I'll grab the body and show you the body for the Pajero. My shelf moved. Come on now, stay there. This is Scale Garage at its finest here. If anyone wants parts for a Scale Garage, don't ask me. Okay, have you seen what I've done here? Anywho, I'm going to, because I'm a big kid, take it out and have a look at it. The body. So this live feed has been pretty consistently between 10 and 15 people. I'm pretty happy with that. Whenever Ryan and I go live, what, 2, 1, 3. So there's my spare rim and tyre. Look how tiny it is. One tiny Pajero. It's got to be said, considering the size of the body, it's nicely detailed. I quite like that. Paul Gates is watching. Thanks for joining us, Paul. I like it. Now, I had a little thought today on the way dropping Dora off at school. Bright yellow and black. Black around the bottom. Canary yellow. Bam on the top. What do you reckon? Ryan's going to hate it. He doesn't like yellow. But other people have got taste. They might like it. So let me know what you think of canary yellow, black around the bottom. Black bumper piece. It's got like the big Pajero's got. So let me know what you think of that. My shelf's still on the wall, but hasn't fallen off, so there's a bit of an update for everyone. I was also thinking too, some decals. I want to put some more decals on the walls because I like decals and I like saying decals. I've got, I'll move this other stuff out the way. Move the glue out the way. I'll flip the camera in a second and show you what I've achieved so far today. It hasn't just been talking crap and taking the piss out of Ryan. Right. Moving the crap out of the way. So has anyone got any questions while I'm moving this stuff? Anything you like. Keep it clean, fellas. Keep it clean. Anyone? Hello? Is this thing on? Trying to make these feeds a little bit humorous as well. Well, see, I bought this Turk in case that that wood glue was crap, but I mean it's not doing a bad job. This was my go-to. This was my backup. The dog farted, Jason. That's what the smell is, mate. What's under the monster truck? A box. The TRX box. The monster truck's just a standard monster truck. It's got a 20 turn axial brushed motor in it because the 27 turns way too slow and they should have made it faster. Everyone by now I think knows my opinion on how fast it is. Right, so anyway, now that I've done that, I've got my Orlando decals. I'm going to put some of those, maybe one of those on the wall, either end or something like that. Brian's tried joining in, add. I've pushed the button, mate. So I've got the Orlando decals. I've got some tiny, racing decals. I think I might save some of those for the little build. I've got some more RC Mart decals and some randomy stuff. I love RC Mart, yeah. Quite like these. More racing decals. So I want to put some more decals around the shed, but I don't want to make it look like it's just RC Martin Year Racing decals. Like I've got Samix, I've got Pitbull, I've got RC Hub. So I'm mixing it up a bit. Yeah, Brian, get it together, man. Here's a question for those of you that have used these live feeds more than I have. Can you add more than one person to your video? Because if you can, I'm going to add Ryan just to take the mickey out of him. Brian, do us a favour, mate. Reset your phone and see if that works. Whenever it pops up and says that connection failed, when Ryan and I do it, generally a reset on the phone works. Jason, I'd use Snap-on decals, but I haven't got that much money. Bad. I've got some decals here everywhere. They're just... Bear with me a second, fellas. Actually, what I'll do, I'll get you guys thinking. I need some slinky decals, Ryan. Right, so we've got a bit of a blank canvas over here. I'm thinking toolboxy stuff around here, maybe another shelf and all that sort of jazz. Me being me, I'm not going to wait to build that before I do my decals, because I know what I'm like. I get patient and I just have to do it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm thinking decals are going to be from this sort of height upwards, no higher than up here sort of deal. So if anyone's got any suggestions where I should put a decal, let me know. If there's any particular decal that you think I should put there, let me know. Whilst you do that, excuse all the noise I'm making, I'm going to peruse my little drawer here and see if I've got more decals. Got an old axial sheet. I could cut the axial decal out and make that look pretty. Always hang on to your decal sheets, fellas. I have to make myself some scale magazines. I put all that effort into making Ryan scale magazines, didn't make myself any. Yes or no? Do we put a Land Rover sticker on the wall somewhere? I do have a TRX4. Ryan's trying to join again. Brian and Ryan's trying to join. Invite, right. I've set the right button. I'll hit the same on Ryan's and we'll see if either of them can join. I don't know if that'll actually send you a proper invite, Ryan. I don't know. Yeah, Turk says yes to the Land Rover stickers. Done. Signed, sealed, delivered. It's going on the wall. That's how you do it. Now here's a top RC tip for you. If you've got any mates that have got Tamiya trucks, pester them for these stickers. Tamiya makes some awesome scale stickers. I'm nearly through this sheet now. I had 2 of these sheets and they are bloody handy. So if you've got mates with Tamiya trucks, pester them for leftover decals. What else have I got here? Oh, more sponsory stickers. Ryan Williams wants to be in your video. I'm trying here, boys. I'm pushing all the right buttons. Connection failed, Ryan. Have you updated Facebook recently? Because apparently that's a thing. Another random bag of decals. Sorry the viewing's a bit boring, fellas. I'm just having a quick look to see what other decals I've got laying around. Anywho, let's work with what I've got. So, first things first. Get my fat arm out of the way. And I'll get you fellas to yes or no some of these. I'm thinking perhaps this one. I just don't know exactly where I'm going to put it. So, suggestions. Vincent's got to put the kids to sleep. Everyone say goodbye to Vincent. Thanks for joining us, buddy. I appreciate your time, mate. You don't have to come and do this, so appreciate the fact that you have. Right, I'm going to start. When you fellas get sick of this, let me know, and I'll just can it, because they don't have to go for ridiculous amounts of time, as they usually do. Do the big one on the left wall. I reckon that look alright there, mate. What do you reckon to say about yay much higher? I'll flip the camera around. So, you're thinking, if I set that there, if I fold this page, roughly, you're thinking that one around there, sorta, Chris? Whilst you let me know, I'll get my little knife and I'll trim it out. I will flip the camera around. I'll tilt it down so you can watch me stuff up cutting it. Because I'm an expert. Ryan wants to join the video. Mate, I'm trying. And inviting. It says inviting, Ryan. Right, so I'm just going to run my little knife here around this decal. Normally I'd use scissors for this, but I don't know where they are. I never used to trim decals with my X-Acto blade, but I find myself doing it more and more and more lately. It's not so important with these scale garage walls, but when you're doing your decals on a car, I try and get as much of the clear decal off as I can now. Right, so we're doing a bit of a trim. I'll show you too how I line up my decals, how I stick them down. This is where your X-Acto blade comes into its own. Right, I don't even think I cut any letters off. So, yay for us. Tony's come back again. It's addictive, this stuff, isn't it, Tony? Yeah. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and invite Dopey again. When I say Dopey, I mean Ryan. Invited. I'm going to flip the camera around. Flippy. Flippy. Right. So, Chris said we should go. I tried adding you, mate, like 50 times. Add. See, try it again. It says on my screen it's inviting you. So, right. So, Chris was saying the big RC Mart decal along here. I have scored all the way around it on the sheet with my X-Acto blade. Now I'm going to lift up the decal and hope that. Oh, lovely. That all worked. Alright. Generally, when I place a decal, I will stick it to my X-Acto blade. That way I can tilt it to make sure it's straight, it's where I want it, etc. Normally I don't do this one-handed, by the way. I'm just trying to do this because, you know, I'm behind the bloody phone. But if I do that, I'm going to wreck it, so. Doesn't help I've got a fan going in the garage here. Not the scale garage, I've got a real fan going. Is that straight, fellas? Let me know if it's straight. Is it straight? I'm actually thinking that's slightly heading uphill. Right, ditch me knife. I'll pin the end of the decal with my finger. Come back off the ball a touch. Drop it just there. There was some previous glue left on that wall. That's not helped at all. This is live feed at its best, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining. That's better. There we go. How's that, lads? Is that straight? One RC Marty cow. Looks pretty straight to me. You fellas let me know it's straight as Ryan. Jeez, I have to take it off and redo it. Anyway, Land Rover above it, below it, below it. Who's with me? Above it or below it? You're leaning to the left, Ryan. Thoughts, lads? Thoughts? Another option. Actually, I'm thinking we go the Orlando one above it. We go the Orlando one there, and then we go the Landy one underneath it. What do you reckon? Below? Lovely. Chris knows what he's talking about. So this is good. You guys are part of the Scale Garage experience. Now when you look at photos, etc. I do, you can say, oh, I told him to put that decal there and he buggered it up and didn't put it on straight. Right. I want to try and make this one so it's sort of in the middle of that one. I'm thinking about yay. Might be a touch off. This is where using two hands is handy, because once you get your placement, you dab on one end and then you can, you dab on one end. If you've just got, say, the corner dab down, you can lift your knife up and down to straighten it. That doesn't look too bad, does it? If it's crap, let me know and I'll be sure not to care. No, I'll care. I'll take it to heart and I'll be really upset. So now we're going to do one of the Orlando ones just above it. Turk reckons it's perfect. That's good. Because it's stuck there now. I can't take it off. Right. One Orlando sticker coming up. I actually don't mind these stickers. Make sure it's up the right way. Now, do we go Orlando one up here? Or do we go down? This is where it gets tricky. Where do you fellas reckon? To the left? Below the Land Rover? Above the RC mark? What do you think? The people here going, I want to be in your video, and I'm trying to add you fellas and it's just not working. Ryan says down. What does everyone else think? Above, below, to the left. Left or up, Tony saying, ooh, another vote for down. Under the landing, that's another vote for down. And welcome, Justin. I hadn't noticed you sneak in, mate, so thanks for joining us. It's Scale Garage and random crap today. Stay there, decal, you're straight. Right. Lovely. So a few decals really start to add a little bit of life to it. And then of course when you throw some scale crap there too, like one of these, this sort of stuff helps if you can sit it there straight without knocking it over every 2 seconds. And then say if you throw a little hopped up Mazda in there, that'll help. Now look, Scale Garageness. I'm not too phased over there, Tony, because I think where the bottom of that Orlando decal is, it would be probably as high as I'd go with a scale bench top. So I can do a scale bench out to here, and I can bring a toolbox up to here, and then I can do some more decals up to here. I can do some decals along the sidewall along here. This just gives you a bit of an idea of how I do this stuff anyway. Like I've said from the get-go, I'm not an expert. I don't think I'm great at this stuff. I'm just one of you blokes doing it at home. So, right, what I am going to do, I did say I was going to do an axial decal. Now I can either test my luck and see if this old crinkled axial decal is still any good. I can do that. That's my little MO5 Turk. That's I'm just going to try and add bloody Ryan again. Invite. I'm pushing the right button, mate. All these Facebook bloody notifications popping up. Yeah, this thing, I went a bit stupid with this actually. The whole build is on the group. You scroll down, or if you search MO5, you'll most probably find it. Just give you a run around of this. Did a full interior, nice bottle, you know, because wank factor. Did the brake rotors. Really nice green on this car, and it's just a simple Tamiya metallic green. This thing came up pretty nice. I like this. Ryan, I've sent the invite. It says on my screen that it is inviting you. And need a couple of small indicators around the toolbox area. Alright, let's have a sticky beak at what I've got. I'll turn this around here. Okay, so when you say small decals, are you thinking something like, say, Magnaflow exhaust one, method? Like, I mean, we can cut these off separate. These are what actually will stick on the bloody side windows of the 10.2. But we can trim these out separately with the X-Acto blade. Pop some of those over there. I might even move the Pajero out of the way so I can reach underneath the loft. Perhaps we could put some over here. Move the Pajero. And before I do any more decals, for those of you that have joined since I've done this stuff, I did more rails up around the top. Did a little shelf over there. That's still drying. But yeah, did more rails, so now that's where I can put more stuff. According to Dennis, it is not scale child proof, okay? So don't bring your scale kids up here because they'll have a scale accident and they'll probably scale die. The BF decal under the Samex. Right, move some of this stuff out of the way. Sit you fellas under there. Whilst I'm at it, I'm going to plug my phone in and charge because, you know, these live feeds aren't great for your battery consumption. We've got an agreement with Chris there. Right, the Goodrich one. I will now trim that out while you blokes stare at my scale wall. I go quiet because I don't want to cut the decal in half because that's very possible when I'm using an X-Acto blade. Right, decal is cut out. I'm going to slightly move you guys, if my phone cooperates, slightly move you guys this side. Lovely. I'm going to peel up my decal. I'm going to stick that on there, and before I do anything, I'm going to move that bloody bucket. Now, you've got to be careful with these buckets that are full of ice because the ice drops out everywhere. But it looks good, so we'll leave it there. Right. Under the Samex. Now when you say under the Samex, I'm just going to reposition this on my knife so I can get a better angle at it. Are you saying sort of smack in the middle underneath it? Or you want to go like one here and we can do another decal over here, or where are you thinking? Try and reply as quick as you can because I'm holding my arm up underneath the garage. It's also got to be said, fellas, I've really got to appreciate you guys hanging out with me here because we've been talking crap for quite a period of time now. I always say to myself that these live feeds aren't going to be very long. 2 hours later I go, righto, now I'm going to bloody stop it. Under the X, he says. So if I go... I try and line that up. I'm going to try and line the end of my H up with the end of the X. Lovely. Oh, lovely. There you go. What do you reckon of that? Too late, Ryan's done. Gives us more options to put more decals down. I don't mind that. So we might have put a few more along there. Some stage later on I might grab my knife again because I'm getting anal with it and trim off that bottom piece because it's got a curve on it. I don't mind that. I reckon that looks good. Doesn't matter what Ryan reckons because it's not his garage. Right, I'm going to do the axial one. I'm gonna peel this up. Actually, I'll trim it a bit closer. I'll try and be as quick as I can trimming this, so you're not stuck there watching me for ages, or watching the wall with nothing happening. Right. This decal might be a bit nasty to put on the wall, but don't stick it. Who thinks axial one above? Stop sticking your bloody thing. Axial one above the Samex. Below, above, below, above. To the side. Oh, to the side. Do we go to the side? Also one for the side of the tyre rack. Oh, for over here. Actually, do we do actually one down here? That's actually not bad, is it? Here? Or here? Left or right side? Pay attention, Ryan. We're not talking about your garage. This isn't Slinky's garage live feed. I'll try and add you again, Ryan. Let's see if it'll work for us. Which side, Ryan? Which side, mate? Which side, fellas? Left or right? Stick it right, says Chris. Alright, if no one replies in 2 seconds, it's going to the right side. One. This isn't like... And Brian says left. Bloody hell, you always got to be difficult, mate. Why? Oh, another vote for the right. One more vote to the right and we're going to the right. This is ridiculous. The crap that happens on Burden's custom RC live feeds. I'm going to go to the right. Yeah, don't stick it. Don't like that. Wasn't straight enough, fellas. I've got it straight. There we go. There we go. Slowly peel my knife off. I think Ryan's only standing to the left because he hangs to the left, doesn't he? Okay, so that decal was a bit dirty, but that's okay. It's a scale garage. That works well there. So, what do we think so far, lads? This little garage is starting to come along. I might do one more decker. Is there anything else you fellas would like to see, talk about, questions, etc., and so on? Whilst we're all here, because shortly I'm probably going to can the rest of the live feed. Actually, I know what I'll put on there. I'll put it in the hand. So if there's anything you just want to have a chit chat about, let me know. It's an open forum here, guys. Okay, we can talk about anything. Okay, so I'm now going to put this little landy. Actually, that little one could go. I'm thinking around here somewhere. I do like this scale stuff. It's good fun. Stay. There we go. There we go. I like that. It's probably a bit hard for you guys to see. Do I do any comp crawling? Nah, haven't done for ages, mate. Lately, all I do is build stuff. I go out and do my YouTube videos, which I enjoy. Comps are good fun and stuff, but I mean, with a lot of them, there's always, not always, but generally speaking, there's always a certain few people that are just painful to be, you know, in their presence, etc. So lately, I've just been focusing on doing my thing, building, trying to make cool stuff, create, I don't know, create stuff that I find to be really fun. Bottom toolbox drawer needs a sticker. That toolbox, shit. I made that toolbox. It is literally a styrene square, and I printed out a toolbox and glued it on. Ryan is actually going to make me a full-blown Mickey Mouse toolbox. So where's that, Ryan? Okay, need one from the garage. So at some stage, the toolbox you see there now is going to be gone, or tucked away in the shade somewhere, so it's not that noticeable. Here's a question for you. I mean, ever since I started putting these decals down, I had the mindset: do I put some down here, and perhaps across here? Let me know what you think. I mean, obviously, I could turn around and go, I don't care, I'm just going to do it anyway. But I actually value the opinion you guys have. So, I'm thinking that racing one is going to go smack in the middle of that. Regardless if you guys say it looks crap, because I like it. Get yourself some of these decal kits. Yeah? They're good. Especially for your garages. It's funny, I've been so long and didn't have a garage. Always looked at Ryan's and went, that's cool, I want a garage. Yeah, I want a garage. And then one day I just got the urge to go and buy a few bits of timber, some stick down shit for the floor. Before you know I had a garage. And here we are now. And as I tend to do things, I don't mess about. It's, I'm going to have a scale garage. And then I just go at it like a bull at a gate. This decal, the top one, is what I'm going to use up on here. Both of these parts of the writing are a part of the decals. I'm going to cut off the bottom part because I only want this top bit. Don't be scared to get your knife out and hack up some decals. Workbenches aren't bad either. You mean the one I've got, or I should get some, or because Ryan does make some pretty good stuff. I know I take the piss out of him, but he's not totally useless. Not totally. I'm now making an incision across the decal. Well, that's going to be tight. May have to trim a smidge off that, and that, and that. Yeah, I'm still waiting for one, Ryan. Where is it? Hey? I want my toolbox, Ryan. Right, just going to trim the top of that letter off because I'm pretty sure I missed it. Just going to trim the top of this one off because I'm pretty sure I missed that too. And the top of that one. I like this, the one I'm currently cutting, because it looks old school. That colour is old schooly looking. Right. I'm going to place a few of these decals on. Then I'll swing the camera around and show you how it looks. And if you like it, you can tell me. If you don't, there's the door. Did I cut it enough? Jeez, this is good quality decal. Come on. Cut. Son of a beep, 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 beep. Just wrecked that decal. Here's some of the fun of cutting decals. There is every chance that when you go to remove it, you will be missing part of it. Okay? So this is now worthless. It's okay, I have another, and I will strive to make it work. Where's the other one? I'll try and add again, Ryan, just for something different. We'll see if it works. Next time I do a live feed, I will do an announcement that I'm going to do a live feed. If anyone wants to jump on and just be a part of it, let me know. I'll invite you, and Facebook won't let you join because apparently that's what it does. And now all of a sudden Ryan's too busy for us, everyone. You still eating, mate? Right, this time I'm going to push down a bit harder with my knife so I don't have any tearings. Right, this should work. That's better. So, having a fan sitting right here, I'm in a garage and it's hot here. Having a fan right next to me doesn't make this easy. But I've cut that off that one. I'm going to place it up here because I think it'll look cool, and in a moment I'll turn the camera and you can have a look at it and see if you think it looks cool or whether I wrecked it. So while we're sitting here and I'm messing about like an idiot, has anyone got any more questions? Anything at all? That was good. So that's what I just put up there. I quite like that. That is a nice decal. Focus camera. Focus. Won't focus. What did you cook for dinner, Jason? I'm getting hungry. I want some dinner, mate. What did you cook us? Spoke to Dennis before I went live. I said, what are you up to, mate? He said, oh, I'm cooking dinner. I said, what are you having? He told me he was having lasagna. I said, what time's dinner? Lasagna's my favourite. Anyway, crappy jokes aside, I think we're just about done here for today, folks. So, before I can call it a day, teriyaki chicken and rice for Jason. Don't mind, a bit of teriyaki chicken. Before I call it a day, I'm just going to cut out a few more of these decals and stick down the side of here. If there's anything you want to say, ask, or whatever else, now's your chance. Because it won't be long and this is going to be done. Because I'm ready for lunch. Because it's lunch time. Then Jason had chocolate cookies, everyone. Were they good cookies, Jason? I hate it when you get chocolate cookies and... How random is this live feed gone? Today we're going to talk about scale garages. And then I had some chocolate cookies, right? And they were terrible. They were so crunchy. Oh, that's a good... Right, I'm going to like that comment, Ryan. Well done, sir. All that food must have put some smarts up there. Ryan has said we need some ideas for when Ryan comes over here. Some ideas for when... Because Ryan and I are going to go live whilst he's here. So we won't have to worry about any... I'm just going to add you. He'll be right here. So ideas for stuff for Ryan and I to do. If anyone's got any, that would be excellent. Who's got some ideas? What are they? I imagine we will do a lot of... we're about to go crawling. Sucks to be you, live feeds. So we'll do some of those. We will also do how my TRX4 beats Ryan's SX102 everywhere. No, I don't. We're just going to try and do good fun stuff whilst Ryan's over here. As I said to Ryan, once in a lifetime opportunity, buddy. So screw sightseeing, let's go wheeling. So we're gonna try and get a good bit of wheeling in while he's here. I'm gonna go and buy extra lipos because you can't put them in a plane. I'm gonna buy extra lipos so we can go out and just smash the trails all day. Then we're gonna drag our partners with us. Buy Vatera, he loves them. As much as I'd love to take the mickey out of Ryan by buying a Vatera, I can't stand the bloody things either. I don't like them. That's just I just don't like them. The battery tray, come on, who thought of that? That's just stupid. Anyway, that's my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm correct. The ladies stay at home. Alright, you can tell them. Ryan's getting a Santa for Christmas. Could you imagine the look on his face? Wouldn't that be priceless? He'd be all excited, he'd see this big box sitting there and go, ooh, I wonder what this is. And then he'd be halfway through ripping that paper off, and as soon as he saw that bloody Vatera, what's this? Right, so what I'm doing while I'm talking to you fellas is I'm cutting out more of these decals from the axial sheet, the old crappy one, and I am putting them down the pillar on the loft. So far I've done 4. This is tedious stuff. But it's cool, it's worth it because it looks wicked. Magnafloat, that's too... I won't put that one on there because it's too wide. I'll show you what I've done. I'll probably do a few more of those a bit later on. Did everyone just read Ryan's comment? Quick, read it now. Of course, Ryan, why did you pick now to do it when there's like, what says 4 people? There was like 15 earlier. So, I had a word with my peoples at RC Mart to see if they stock what Ryan was after, and they do. So, we've got a truck coming for Ryan. Ryan is getting a extra speed Sentinel chassis. Double flipped on his there. Extra speed Sentinel chassis, 275 millimeters, I believe it has, the wheelbase. The D90 hard body ute with opening tailgate and hood. Yeah, so he's getting one of those. He's going to build it as scale as possible, and he's going to be too scared to scratch it, because that's what happens. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I built that cross truck, and I don't like scratching that. I don't like getting it dusty, but I couldn't have it just sitting on the shelf. It's too pretty not to drive. Right, I think I'm done here with decals for today. Otherwise, I'm just going to smother everything in the same ones. I might put that little... So this is what I do. I go, yep, I'm done with this. And then I go, ooh, oh, I might put that one here. It's a terrible habit, and I really should stop it. But I'm going to put this one here. So who's excited for Ryan? Everyone be excited. Come on. You got to be excited. Doesn't matter if you don't like the truck. I mean, unless it's a Viterra. Doesn't matter if you don't like the truck. I think what is exciting. I mean, I'm excited for it. I think what's cool about when your mate gets a new truck is your mate's getting a new truck, and you're kind of a part of it. You know. Time for the flash. See you, buddy. You don't mean like the flash. You know. So Ryan's going to watch some crappy TV show. I'm perusing the last of the decos to see if there's anything else I want to put on this little dealie here. While I've got you guys thinking about this, move all those to the side. I will slightly rotate the camera so that you can see what I'm talking about better. I'm thinking about hanging this from up here. I do have a couple of little bits of tape on there, so it might stay there for me. What do you think about something like that, lads? What do you reckon? Bye bye, Ryan. I'll talk to you later. Oh, how scale was that? Yeah, so I'm thinking about, obviously, I think I want to use as like little pins, little dressmaker's pins or something like that I can just stick through the balsa wood. But yeah, that's sort of an idea I'm thinking of. If I can hold this bloody thing straight, I'm probably going to look down at the screen now, and you guys are going to go, nah, it's crap, don't do that. So yeah, something like that. What do you reckon? Really? Anyways, that's that. Test my scale shelf out. Oh, it works. I don't know if I put that drum on there, but you know, for all intents and purposes. Not that either, not that either. Maybe that. That on the end. There you go, lads. One scale shelf full of scale crap. I reckon Ryan secretly wants to be on The Voice, Turk. Wouldn't that be funny? Look good up there? Sweet. Alright. I'll make it happen. I'll probably pin it. I think it's going to be the easiest way of doing it. And because it's balsa wood, I can just pop that straight through. So either that, or I'll go for some scale effect, which is what I did on this previously. I got some tape, obviously, stripped it in half and tried to make it look like someone had taped that on the wall. So I will look into putting that up there. So yes, this is the scale garage. I'll move all this crap out the way now. Now that we've actually made some progress today. Dropping crap everywhere. You can sit that there because, you know, they sponsor the Mazda. They don't really. I'm just knocking stuff over now. Well, I'm trying to move stuff around so it looks cool and garagey, and I'm just knocking stuff over. Right, so Pajero's got to go back in its little hole. This is something I quite like about this. I just sneak the Pajero in there. So we go from yeah. That's starting to look pretty cool, I think. What do you reckon? I'm surprised that shelf stayed on the wall. Isn't that nice? I mean, it's nice that it stayed on there. I'm not saying it's a nice shelf. Harley's joined us. Ladies and gentlemen, Harley lives about 5 minutes around the road from me. I brought Harley's SX-10 home with me last time we went rock crawling, which was last Sunday. I installed for him a winch. I hooked it up to his radio. I made it all work off his radio. Come and pick up your crawler, mate. It's still here. If you don't come and pick it up, there'll be a for sale post going online. Alright? Alright. Well, Harley, I hate to tell you, mate, but you've joined at the absolute worst possible time because I'm about to stop the live feed. It's been going for, I can only assume, about 2 hours now. It's up, yeah, pretty close. Let me know what you guys thought of it. If you want to see more, let me know. I'll do more. If you've got any topics you want, myself, Ryan, any of the guests or whatever, Brian, I will get you on here, mate. If there's any topics you want us to go over, any crap you want us to talk about, let us know. We're all pretty open. We're all pretty honest. If there's something we don't like, I mean, Viterra's a crap, see? If there's something that you want us to talk about, just let us know and we'll go for it. With honesty. We're not just going to go, oh, yeah, I love Viterra's, yeah, because, you know, you've got like a sticker of one. It's, if you come on to a live feed, we want straight down the line stuff. That's why, like when I talk about that monster truck, it's too slow, needs a bigger, better motor. Every time guest, that's a bit tricky sometimes because of the time difference. I've tried today. Elmo was on. He was a special guest in part 1 of the live feed. Elmo was on for a while, and then the bloody Facebook updated itself and cut that off. So yeah, I'll try if you guys are willing to hop on and say a bit. We do try and keep it. I mean, I don't swear too much in these. In the Slinkies one, go for it. That's Ryan's group. Just drop bombs. Okay. I try not to curse too much in this group because there are some younger people in the group, and kids these days know too much as it is. So if you come on, try and keep it to a little minimum. You know, I'm not going to bag on people if they drop the odd one. But if you start effing and seeing and this and that, then I might say, mate, could you just put a lid on it? Alright? So, because don't forget, it's not just whoever watches it now. People will go back and watch these live feeds after they happen. So, alright fellas, I really appreciate you stopping by and watching and putting up with what appears to be 2 hours of crap again. Next time, I'll at least have Brian, Dennis, Jason, or Slinky on. One of them's going to be live. We're going to make sure it happens. So, go and have fun with RC. Think outside the box. Show some love, except for Materials if they're crap. Yeah, Brian? I'm only taking the crap. Alright fellas, take it easy, and I shall talk to you soon.